Hey, what is up guys, Zero here. Welcome back to yet another lorcana video. Today we have some meta gameplay for y'all. Next week is set champs, so we are all trying to prepare, find the decks we want to play, and we're actually going to practice some of the best decks that are out there right now. So I am trying to play Brandon DeCandio's Amber Steelsong. I have exactly his list, which I'll have right here and also down below. And my opponent is playing Syed's Emerald Steel Discard, which he used to win DLC Vegas this past weekend. But yeah, just let's get into it and see how it goes. On my turn 1, I have Cinderella, and on my opponent's turn 1, he has Diablo. He gets to see my hand and kind of figure out how to deal with it. I get Robin Hood on turn 2, and my opponent gets Morph. And on turn 3, we didn't have a really good 3-drop. I think we had Pete, but I opt to instead just straight up play Strength of a Raging Fire, and I'm going to take out Morph with that. And the idea is I didn't want him to shift into like Beast or anything like that, so I just decided to get rid of it. But my opponent has a turn 3 Ursula, and on turn 4 we get to Naveen a whole new world. I think the crux of Amber Steelsong and how you kind of decide if you're going to win or not is how fast you can get to your whole new worlds, how fast you can get to the resets, and just a lot of trying to get priority that way. So since I got to sing a whole new world for free with Naveen, my Cinderella, I find a Strength of Raging Fire. I have 3 characters out. I get to take out Ursula, so I get to kind of just stay ahead here. My opponent gets another Diablo, so he gets to see my new hand again, which is nice for him. But we can see that I have a pretty good hand actually. He cops that I have a whole new world. He's going to use Ursula just to get rid of it. You know, get ahead of the problem right now. But we're in a very good spot. We have our Naveen out, and we got a lot of value out of our characters right now. And I find my Lantern on the next turn, and I'm going to play out a Shmi. And after inking, we have another 2 ink. We're also going to play out Piglet. So I'm just trying to put my foot on the gas pedal here. We're gonna just really make our opponent sweat a little bit. I'm gonna quest for 3 here with my Naveen and my Robin Hood. I only keep Cinderella up because they have an easy trade into it, but yeah, my opponent is gonna trade into the Robin Hood with one of his Diablos and his Ursula. And I think the idea here is, so I already cast a whole new world earlier on my 4th turn. And my opponent is playing discard, so the more stuff he gets out, the more concerning it is that he's going to discard my hand. Like having Ursula out, he can sing, you know, like Sudden Chill or stuff like that. But yeah, my Cinderella, we find another Storm Rages on, so we're going to get rid of the Diablo, and I'm going to use all my ink to play out my entire hand here, which is Naveen, Robin Hood, and Cinderella. And we are just, yeah, going to keep the pressure up, so I intentionally empty my hand just so there's nothing that can be discarded, you know, in case he plays like Prince John and sings twice to discard, stuff like that. But yeah, we are just going to quest across the board, go up to 12, and just like put the pressure here. It makes my opponent like need to have Grab Your Swords, but even if he uses Grab Your Swords, he can't sing it, so he has to pay the ink price to play it. But yeah, I don't think Syed even plays Grab Your Sword. If I remember correctly, I didn't see him play it, so I was kind of banking on him not having it. Good to know though that Emerald Steel might be running it, so definitely don't just run your face into them and hope that they don't have it. But I was fairly certain that they don't, but even if they did there, I think it was you know, a risk I was willing to make. But here, I go ahead and quest of everything, get up to 19, and just play out my Rapunzel. I think this was a mistake. I definitely should have taken Ursula out with something, with one of my Cinderellas probably, because my opponent did tell me he had muses in his hand here. He just didn't have any songs, so lucky for us we get the win there. But definitely risky. Definitely a mistake. Want to take the Ursula out there because it wasn't going to cost as much anyway. But yeah, we're going to be going to game 2 here. But hey guys, I have a Trove giveaway going on. Go check out this video that I have linked down below and linked here on the screen right now. I'm giving away a free Trove. You just have to follow the directions there. So go and check that out. But yeah, we're going to move into game 2 here. Game 1 was pretty clean. I think there was that one mistake that we did. But here, my opponent is on the play. He did not have a 1-drop. We have a Robin Hood, while my opponent has Ursula here. And I show my hand. I did have Strength of a Raging Fire and a whole new world. And I was scared he was going to rip the whole new world from my hand, but he actually opts for the Strength of a Raging Fire. That makes me kind of sweat a little bit. I'm worried that he's gonna hit me with Ursula again to get my whole new world, but yeah, we just go ahead and play Lantern on turn 2. I actually spent some time on this turn 2 play because I do have a Mr. Shmi in hand, so I debated playing that instead, but I think Lantern is always the correct move here. I'm going to showcase why here. Firstly, it guarantees that I get Robin Hood out this turn, even if I don't have something to ink, because Lantern acts with an ink and I already have 2. So that's nice, but I did have an ink, I have Rapunzel, so I'm going to ink Rapunzel, and we are going to play Robin Hood out, sing a whole new world, and I guess we see one of the reasons my opponent decides to let me keep whole new world here is he had Prince John on 3, so since he played Prince John, I discard 2 cards from my whole new world. He gets to draw 9 cards, which is definitely nice, but yeah, I had Cinderella I found, so I play it with my 1 remaining ink, and yeah, my opponent is going to, on his turn for 3, he's going to play Hypnotize. So I have to discard a card, and then he draws, again off of the Prince John. So he has a lot of cards in his hand right now. I'm just gonna have to assume that he has everything he's looking for, but he's gonna ink another Hypnotize. He's gonna play Hidden Cove out, and yeah, not a concern right now. But once his characters start moving on it, we're gonna have to start doing some more math. But here we see another pro of Lantern here with our 4 inks, since we ink again on this turn. With the Lantern, we can play out our Cinderella, Stout-Hearted. So a very crazy play coming out really early. It's a really big card, and Emerald Steel doesn't have much to deal with it. So yeah, he gets out a Pete here, and he gets out a Morph, but he has to leave it alone. We did quest with our Cinderella and our Robin Hood up to 5. So this is huge pressure already, where he's also not turning any of his characters because I guess he's worried about me starting to clear. And he's hoping he can morph into something here. He did tell me he had a shift ready, but we're going to keep the pressure going for 6 costs. We're going to play Tinkerbell. And yeah, it's just, we have 3 huge characters on the board right now. Very hard to deal with. And Emerald Steel doesn't have mass removal like that, but we don't have to worry about Be Prepared. So yeah, on my opponent's turn, he has to play his We Don't Talk About Bruno, try to get rid of our Cinderella here. And we see that when he picks to discard out of my hand, he discards a Naveen. He misses the Cinderella for us, which is very nice. We still have our Tinkerbell and our Robin Hood here, which is again a threat where my opponent even has less of an opportunity to quest here, because now Robin Hood and Tinkerbell are both threatening his board. But yeah, we have to keep the pressure going here. We see how hard it is for my opponent to get rid of Cinderella, so I'm going to ink the little Cinderella that got bounced back into our hand so that we have enough just to straight up play Cinderella. I guess I could have just played little Cinderella and shifted it again. That's probably correct, just because if we get bounced again, then we get 2 more cards. But I don't think it's a big deal. We just play it out. We're going to quest with everything else because we are getting close. We want to keep up the pressure. We get We Don't Talk About Bruno again by our opponent. But again, this is costing all of his ink every time he wants to do this. But yeah, he hits our Strength of a Raging Fire, which is not bad, not good either. But at least our Cinderella made it through, so we can play her again if we so choose. But yeah, my opponent moves everything onto the cove with his remaining ink, and he's going to have to try to find a way to get rid of our characters here. So first off, he is going to use his Pete, which is now 4/4 because of the cove. He's going to damage our Robin Hood. And then with Prince John, he's going to sing Let the Storm Rage On to get rid of it, so we don't get a draw off of it. And he's kind of like trying to get us to attack Prince John because, yeah, if Tinkerbell takes it out, then at least Ursula would survive. But yeah, we found an actually better play here. So with our remaining ink here, we see that we have a way to win here. I'm gonna play Pete, as you're gonna see. I'm gonna play Pete Referee, which stopped him from playing actions, which he needs to take out my characters. He doesn't have character removal that can take him out if I leave him standing. So I leave my character standing. I have Pete, I have Piglet, and this is 6 lore right here on my board, so that's for the win. And if he can't get rid of it, then we just take the game. And yeah, my opponent actually concedes here. He shows us later that he has Anna, so if we did attack, he would have been able to get rid of our Tinkerbell and prolong the game. So that was a good move. That was the correct move. definitely keep in mind like how your opponent is able to remove your board and how you can net the win by sometimes holding back. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something, or I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video where we got 2 more coming out this week, so keep your eyes peeled. And yeah, see you next time. Ciao.